Sometimes you just need to take a break from all of the noise around you and just make everything fade to black. Ironically, I've had a desire to start a blog since about spring this year. I also wanted to complete my vision of a book trilogy that I started back in 2021 during COVID. Something woke me up this morning and put it on my mind to go through all the boxes I have sitting in my storage closet. So here I am in the middle of the floor with folder after folder of journal entries, poems, and short stories I've written. Back in 2015, I created a vision board and I've achieved almost everything on it, with the exception of my journey as an author. And that's my motivation behind this video, to document my life as an indie author on YouTube, even if nobody watches. These past 6 years, I've spent my time tracing my heritage in the footsteps of my ancestors, as it is an important part of my spiritual journey. There is an attraction to the arts such as singing, dancing, drawing, painting, and yes, writing that runs through my bloodline.
Her house was right up in here. My grandma's house. And then the circus.
Going back down memory lane with my mom, she would share with me how she had a love for writing and poetry, and one of her biggest influences was Nipsey Russell, and she absolutely loved the way that he could turn any word into a poem.
Those who think of women as the weaker sex just can't see the trees for the woods, because no matter how loudly a rooster may crow, it's the hen who delivers the goods. Yeah.
At the age of 15, my mom also entered into a writing contest for a magazine, and she was so excited because she would always read the romance part.
Over the years, Ebony Magazine has received some pretty wonderful fan mail.
And surprisingly, her story was actually selected, and she was paid $50 for that one little story. And she was so excited that she started talking about going into a career of writing. And I find it so sad that back in those times, she was told that she wouldn't make any money from writing. So instead of pursuing something that she really loved, she decided to go to the army. I really wish that she would have had somebody in her life that told her about all of these great authors who were born prior to her, who became very successful as writers. Toni Morrison, Maya Angelou, Ida B. Wells, Angela Davis, Nikki Giovanni, Zora Neale Hurston. And it wasn't just my mom, it was also my grandma and my great-grandma. But it really made me think about my bloodline and my gifts. And it kind of reminded me of something that I heard Miles Monroe once say.
The wealthiest spot on earth is actually not too far from your house. You probably pass it every day. The wealthiest spot on earth is the cemetery, the graveyard. You may ask, why is the graveyard so wealthy? Because in the cemetery are books that were never written, music that no one has ever heard, paintings that no wall will ever see, poetry that no one will ever read. What a wealthy place. Businesses that will never open, ideas that will never come to fruition. The graveyard is filled with dreams that will never be reality.
Oh, I think this is from beauty school. Child, okay, that was my first time going to Atlanta. Those were girls I went to beauty school with. We barely made it there. That's exactly how you know. We barely made it. Look at that blanket. That was in beauty school. We actually had a hair show that day. Something about her. I was cruising through Four Seasons Mall parking lot searching for a closer parking space. A couple of guys from work and myself were meeting at Bonefish Grill. Oh, this is a story. Bronner Brothers hair show. I think I was probably still in beauty school when I wrote this. I'm pretty sure I didn't finish that story. I don't know who I thought I was. Clearly, I must have thought I was a gangster or something, because why am I posing like that? We was in Pittsburgh. I had the time of my life. Don't judge me. We all met each other in beauty school. Oh my gosh, high school. Oh, I was 14. It says November 25th, 2007. Oh. I think I was 25, 26. That's in Miami. Oh, that's me and my sister. I don't know what we got on, but I'm pretty sure it was in style back then. Stop playing with me. A poem. Another poem. I used to write songs too. Great. You came bearing gifts, so what's the verdict? Renee is cheating with Chris. Okay, how do you know this? I mean, are you sure? Chris and you have been friends since high school. That can't be right. As she walked off, he just stood there looking. She turned around and asked what? He motioned for her to come back. She walked straight up to him and tongued him down right there in the parking lot. Whew, okay. The ghetto. Beauty school. Oh, that's my friend John. He was so funny. And he could sing too. That was in beauty school. We had a hair show. Me and my sisters and my best friend at the time. I think I was 25, 26. That's when I started gaining weight. I think I was like 27, 28. Up high school. My oldest sister. Pit bull in a skirt. She is. Don't let the cute face fool you. A whole bunch of things about the Bible. It was actually college that got me deep into the Bible. Oh, I think that's a letter to God. I was thirsty back in these days. But I needed to understand the Bible, okay? It was not giving what need to give when it came to church. Clearly, my favorite book was the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs is also the book that led me to comedic spirituality. So when I tell you that I read the Bible front to back 10 times, trust me, I tell you no lies. 3/21/2011. You laid. They always want to convert somebody as if they gonna be standing next to you on Judgment Day. Exactly. Ain't gonna be nowhere around. And you can't get me into heaven anyway, so shut up. They always be like, do you have a church home? I'd be like, yes, right inside of here. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it oh, she weird. Let's go. Back it up. This is from school when I was in college. Spiritual journey. Learned all of this in school. Metaphysics, cosmology, tries to understand the universe, three-story universe, center of activity, ontology, Kant, epistemology, the study of knowledge, Roman theology. This talks about the church. So everything that I used to talk about on my live chats about Christianity, the Bible, church. Trust me when I say that I learned it in school. This says 2 ways of interpreting the Bible. Literally, fundamentalist, Bible is the word of God without error. Everything about the Bible is by God. And then the second one is liberal. Believe there are errors in the Bible. Believe God inspired those people to write the stories in the Bible, but it is not fully by God. Epicurus. Kierkegaard. So yeah, it was definitely college that kind of sparked a deeper interest into my spiritual journey. I just did the rest on my own, being spiritually led. But that desire to want to tell everybody what I learned, it took me to teaching. But it also helped me to enhance my storytelling ability. Come on, man. Listen. I'm gonna hook you, your wife, your kids. I'm David. I'm killing giants, Goliath and stuff. I got you. Just this one time for me, man. I won't ask you for nothing else. If you could just, when y'all go out there, put him on the front so he can die. Girl, that's in the Bible. Okay, that was trifling as hell. She's talking about it's giving training day. It's giving Denzel Washington. Can we get a Bible series? Girl, you know I will ghettoify all of the Bible verses. October 24th, 2006. Oh my gosh, this is a story that I wrote. I think I wrote this. This was before I went to beauty school, which was 2006. I attempted to add a little humor to the situation, but when he didn't bite, I knew this was serious. So here I am again on this journey, and I'm taking you with me on a week-by-week basis. I've kind of already gotten started, but everything I've shared in this video will be included in my books. I'm a spiritual person, so probably a little bit of tarot and astrology, because I do that. Fantasy type of books, some urban fiction, some romance. All of the above will be included. I've already kind of got started on this app called Substack. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but that'll probably be where I share like behind the scenes and the stuff that's too explicit for a YouTube audience. But I also wanted to share this app because maybe you too are artistic. Maybe you draw, maybe you rap, maybe you sing, maybe you are someone who want to talk about fashion, travel, business. It really doesn't matter what it is. As long as you have a passion for it, I feel like you should share it. So maybe you should create you a publication too. But above all, I would suggest that you don't take your talents and your gifts to the grave with you.